Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Igho and this is Love Igho. So in today's DIY tutorial, we're going to be doing a DIY slip dress transformation. I'm going to be taking an old, well, it's not old, it's thrifted. I picked up a slightly oversized slip dress from a thrift store a while ago. So in this tutorial, I'm going to be transforming that dress into a crop top and a slip skirt. I really hope you guys enjoy this tutorial. If you do, please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. Also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you get first dibs on all of my YouTube content. There isn't going to be a lot of chatting in this video because I just want to get straight into the tutorial. Alright guys, let's do this. Guys, so for this tutorial, I'm going to be using a pair of scissors, some pins. I'm going to be using a seam ripper to cut the threads, and I'm also going to be using an elastic band for the waist of the skirt. So let's start with the top. The first thing is to mark the point where you want your top to be first, and that's where I'll be separating the top from the bottom. So just mark how long you want your crop top to be. Now all I'm doing is marking the fabric with some chalk and drawing a straight line across. Once I'm done with this, I'll just cut it off and the top piece will be separate. So I didn't like the original neckline, so I decided to take it down. But first I had to deal with the straps. So what I'm doing is taking the straps out of the front part using my seam ripper. Now, using the measurement from my neck to upper bust area, which is the top of your chest, I am going to mark the new neckline, or which is technically the upper bust line. That's where I want my new neckline to start from. After that, I'm just going to go ahead and cut the new bust line out, and then I'll reattach the straps. So the reason why I'm pinning everything in place is to make sure that the top is properly aligned, because I'm working with silk satin fabric and it's very slippery, you guys. So if you're working with this type of fabric, I'll advise that you always pin before you sew. And then once you've reattached the straps, the next thing is to sew the hemline at the bottom of the top to prevent it from fraying, and that's it. Your top is basically done. You can iron it and you should be good to go. Now let's move on to the skirt. So the original dress bottom, which is the skirt part, is in an A-line shape. So I'm going to be working with that. I won't be making too much changes to the bottom of the skirt, except that I'm cutting the waist down to size. So take your waist measurement, divide it by 4, and this is while the skirt is on fold. After dividing it by 4, then add 1 inch. That's the number that we're going to be marking as the new waistline measurement. Then mark 8 inches downward to get the hip line. Now, after marking those points, I'm just going ahead to lay the skirt flat so that I can join the new waistline to the hip line, and then pin the sides together and sew. After sewing, this is the shape that you should have when you're done. The next step is to add the elastic waistband to your skirt. So you want to cut your waistband measurement to be about 1 inch less than your waist measurement. For example, my waist measurement is 28 inches, so my elastic is 27 inches long. Overlap the ends and sew them together at 1/2 an inch. Now I'm taking the waistband and attaching it to the skirt waist. So just make sure that it is equally lined up all across the skirt, and when you sew, you're going to stretch out the elastic to fit the skirt waist as you go. And that's basically it, guys. I hope the attachment of the waistband was clear enough. After that, the only thing left is to go on to the ruched portion of the skirt, because if you remember, my skirt had a slight ruche on one side. So to create the ruche, I decided to use a contrasting fabric. I didn't want to just use the silk fabric from the outfit. So I cut out 2 rectangular pieces from another spare fabric that I already had lying around. So I cut out 1 rectangle piece that is going to act as the tunnel for the ruched portion. If you really want to see me go into detail about how to create the ruche effect, I'm going to leave a link to another tutorial in the description box that explains this in great detail. So now to attach that tunnel, you're going to lay it flat on the part of the skirt where you want your ruche effect to be, and I'm just pinning it down straight. So pin it down and then sew the rectangle in 3 places. Sew it down the middle and down the left and the right side so that you have a tunnel running through. Remember, don't sew the top and the bottom close because you're going to need to run your strap through. And then I'm taking another rectangle that I have sewn in a long strap, and I'm just running that through the tunnel that I have sewn and created. So I'm using a safety pin to run that through the tunnel that I've created. So run it through the first part, pull it out, and then run it back in through the second part. And after that, you should, if you pull on the straps, you should have your ruche effect on one side of the skirt. And guys, you can manipulate this if you want. You can put the ruche effect on both sides of the skirt. You can really play around with it any way you want. But yeah, I was really satisfied with how this skirt turned out. And after that, that's it, guys. The two-piece set is ready. So guys, thank you so much for watching. If you liked how this turned out, let me know in the comment section. Please give it a thumbs up. It really helps my channel grow. And also don't forget to subscribe and to hit the notification bell so that you get first dibs on all of my content. I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Bye.